It's a common snipe. Very characteristic feature of this bird is a very long sword-like bill or beak. Due to some grass appearance, you may not able to see its fine tip, but compared with the body, you can observe it has a very long beak. Rest of the body is grayish, having some strips on the uh, throat, white belly. It is fairly common in wetland habitats, from damp meadows to salt marshes, mostly inconspicuous, feeding in muddy ground by probing with its very long bill. Usually near reeds or other grassy cover, often not seen until flushed, when usually rises from very close range with a rough rasping call. Breeding birds are more conspicuous, perching on fence post. Note that cryptic stripy plumage, very long bill, make them um, hide or make them camouflage in the grass area, in the green or even in the grey grass. This is white breasted kingfisher, very common bird. Everybody might have saw this, as well as everybody might have listened this bird. According to its name, its body is white breasted. Its stomach, right from the neck region, it has a very white patch, a long white patch is there. So accordingly, this is a white breasted kingfisher, and because it's very we can say kill fishes or very readily capture fishes from the wetland, not only wetland but also from small ponds, lakes, and this bird is very agile to pick up these fishes. It is also known as white throated kingfisher. It is one of the most common species of the kingfisher found nearby the water bodies. This kingfisher is a resident of Indian subcontinent and can often be found well away from the water sources. Another colleague of this kingfisher is a common blue kingfisher. This common kingfisher is also known as Eurasian kingfisher. This sparrow-sized bird has the typical short-tailed, large-headed kingfisher profile. It has a blue upper parts, orange underparts, and a very long bill. It feeds mainly on fish caught by diving and has a special visual adaptation to enable it to see prey underwater. Another beautiful small creature named tricolor munia. It is not directly concerned with the wetland, but it is nearby wetland, and I saw this bird in the monsoon period mostly, along with the weaver birds. Tricolor munia is a small finch-like bird of weedy and grassy areas in tropical lowlands, often in small flocks which associate readily with seed eaters and grass squirts. Adults is handsome and striking with rusty underparts. Black head and underparts are cut by a broad white swath from flanks across the lower breast. Note stout grey bill, juvenile notably plain, buffy brown, overall with stout bluish grey bill. Note the pointed tail, unlike seed eaters and grass squirts. Native to Asia and spreading in New World as an escaped cage bird. Next is a weaver bird. Weaver birds, or we can also call this bird as a baya weaver, a widespread weaver that is known for its nest, a long hanging nest with a bulbous chamber and narrow tubular entrance. Very difficult to find the entrance. Then breeding males have yellow forehead and crown, a dark throat that contrast with yellow underparts. Non-breeding males and females are similar except they have buffy colors where breeding males are yellow. Also note the dark streaks on the back and the broad buffy eyebrow on the females. Juvenile resembles female but lack the female's obvious eyebrow. Baya weavers lack the strongly streaked appearance of streaked weavers. Regional variation in plumage exists mainly in the amount of yellow and black in the breeding plumage. Next animal is shikra. This is another raptor which is also found near wetlands to capture the weak and small waders. Shikra look very agile and it has a great sense of sight. It can fly way above the earth in the sky and also can able to capture a small earthworm or can able to see a small earthworm in from the sky very easily. Shikra is a common widespread resident across India, Asia and Africa. Adults mainly have a reddish iris, blue-gray underparts and fine brownish orange barring on the underparts. Females have a yellowish iris and brownish gray underparts. Both have narrow dark barring on the tail. Juveniles are browner with a prominent mustachial strip and strict underparts. It hunts for a wide variety of prey in woodland, savanna and even suburban gardens. Little cormorant. This is a very interesting bird. You can observe this bird so many times or in a routine practice flying or opening its wing and giving photographic poses. Always try to sit on the branch of tree or twig in the wetland and what it exactly do by spreading its wings, probably it drying up the wings because it is said that the wings of the cormorants does not have the oil gland and that's why they unable to maintain their feathers devoid of water or oily. They cannot keep their feathers oily to let the water go down immediately, but it's a water animal living in the water, swimming in the water and taking food from the water. That's why it has to dry its feathers. Indian cormorant or there are some other species also, Indian cormorant, little cormorant, and these are found mainly along the inland waters of the Indian subcontinent. Habitat and distribution of Indian cormorants includes rivers or large wetlands. Little cormorant is another member of the cormorant family widely distributed across the Indian subcontinents. Next bird and a very interesting one, that is northern shoveler. I saw this bird first time in Panje, and I was really happy to see its color pattern. This duck is a dabbling duck, having very typical behavior of taking food material by introducing its beak or complete half of the body under water, and tail is upwards and try to get the food material from the water. It is a medium sized duck, smaller than a mallard. That mallard will also come in the future part of our lecture. It's a spoon shaped bill visible at a distance and in flight. Breeding males have dark green head, white breast, and chestnut sides and belly. Females buffy brown with large distinctive bill. Chalky blue upper wings. Forages by shifting through the water, often swimming in spirals in groups. This is the female of northern shoveler. I also shown these two birds in earlier slide. You can observe that female is very pale in color compared with the male, very streaks on the belly, very small strip behind the eye, and also a strip on the head, whereas the rest of the body is a grayish in appearance with very large bill.